जय जय
श्रीनिवास जय जय वेंकटेश जय जय
श्रीनिवास जय जय वेंकटेश जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय
अस्मद्गुरु जय जय परम गुरु 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 जय जय
परम गुरु जय जय यतिपति 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 जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय
यतिपति जय जय रामानुज 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 जय जय
रामानुज जय जय भाष्यकार 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 जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय
जय श्रीमन्नारायण
जय जय श्रीमन्नारायण
जय श्रीमन्नारायण
जय श्रीमन्नारायण
Jai Sriman Narayana. Jai Sriman Narayana. Today is a special day dedicated to two essential pillars of Swamiji's vision, VT Seva and Prajna. In inculcating the rich values and knowledge of our Vedic heritage and Sanatana Dharma, Prajna is a holistic personality development course that inspires and molds the youth from a young age to lead a value-based life and in turn act upon those values for the good of society. VT Seva empowers the youth with the spirit of volunteerism and philanthropy in the service of society and the protection of earth that provides sustenance to all. It is inspiring to witness that youth to take center stage, demonstrating their commitment to making a positive impact. We truly appreciate our Prajna teachers and the adult volunteer force of VT Seva who work with the youth in promoting these essential values. Many in this room today have contributed to the Netra Vidyalaya schools and schools for the underprivileged to further VT Seva's vision of providing access to quality education and health care. We wholeheartedly thank you for your support and look forward to your continued partnership in making a positive impact. Swamiji, we would be honored if you could address our students, teachers, volunteers, and supporters, offering your words of wisdom and encouragement. Your guidance will undoubtedly instill a sense of purpose and direction in our hearts, propelling us further on a path of service and cultural preservation.
Jai Sriman Narayana. Dear children, teachers, and parents, we're so happy to see you all here today. And we, of course, are observing the students, the volunteers from VD Seva are running the whole show, being in the front desk, and also providing the facilities for all the devotees coming here by giving information, by providing the facilities, and also by putting them on different activities. We are really happy with the services that all of you are doing. We came up like this from Prajna, right? Prajna is our foundation. And of course, VD Seva is the result. What we learn, thus we practice. What we need to practice is what people expect from us when we are in the society. And their expectations are not same always. They change from time to time, from occasion to occasion, right? So our responsibility is to understand what they really need and respond accordingly. This is what we expect from all the Prajnates and very Seva volunteers also. Solutions will not be always the same. Yes? If there is a rain, solution is something different. If there is wind, the solution is different. If there is a rain, what is the solution? An umbrella. But if is there a wind, then umbrella is not the solution. You understand? So solutions, finding out the solutions for the problems we face vary from time to time, from occasion to occasion, and our responsibility is what really needed at such a point of time and how we need to respond for that. That is a kind of wisdom we expect from our children, from our youth, and also from all the volunteers. Understand the people and then do whatever is needed so that they remember always. They remember the event always. They remember you too always. I'll tell you an incident. It was back in 1989. Most of you might not have born also, right? It was back in 1989, we went to Punjab. Did you hear about the Punjab? What it is famous for? What? 5 rivers. Golden Temple. And recently? Recently means in the recent history? Normally it is famous for rice growing. wheat growing and providing warriors to the country. But unfortunately, something happened there, and it was torn with terrorism. Did you hear about it? Till end of the 1989, it was a burning bet. It was being torn with terrorism. People constantly firing, killing, burning, things like that. During 89 March, there was an incident when the terrorists killed 25 students in a college. 25 students at a stage. At that time, many of our Vedic children, we run a Vedic school. Do you know that? And there are Vedic children also. Those students asked us, Swamiji, can we go on a Vedic prayer to Punjab so that the terrorism will be pacified? Because children, youngsters are being killed, and it is not good. So can we do something like that? They asked us. And then we said, come on, let's go. And then we booked tickets from, we were then in Vijayawada and Hyderabad, like that. From there we booked a ticket, and we were about to get into the flight in the one day during afternoon. You know what happened? Morning, all our devotees came there and said, Swamiji, if you go to Punjab, we do hunger strike. Because there is terrorism and you are taking all the children. It is not good. Something may happen. So why to take a risk? Let things happen in their own way. Let the governments take care of it. And we said, that's okay. Government do something. We also need to do something, because it's not individual problem. It's the problem to a country. Everybody is responsible for that. So come on, let's go. But they didn't agree. We were forced to postpone the trip to Punjab. But then, during September, we went to Badrinath. How many of you know Badrinath? Badrinath, Kedarnath, right? There are places in Himalayas. So we said, we go to Badrinath. And we took all the Vedic children to Badrinath. Badrinath is one side, Punjab is on the other side. So we went to Badrinath, finishing darshan in Badrinath, took all the children and went to Punjab from there. While going on peace march, it's a march from Kurukshetra to Amritasar. Amritasar is where the Golden Temple is. Kurukshetra is Mahabharata war took place. So we led the Padayatra, the peace march, from Kurukshetra till Amritasar. It's a month-long march, peace march. It's more or less like a walkathon with all the Vedic students, right? So on the way, we went to a place called Ludhiana. Ludhiana is very famous for industries. We went there, we stayed there in a building, in a big mutt. Somebody's mutt is there. Dandi Swami mutt is there in Punjab. There we stayed in Ludhiana. Some of our students, they wanted to search for a laundry. because they wanted to see the dresses must be cleaned. And because we stayed there for 3 days. On the second day, one boy went to a shopkeeper just across the road and asked him, "Where is a laundry for us?" He asked. It's a small shop. And there is only one person in the shop. There's no standby person. And when our boy asked him for where is the laundry, then he said, "Come on, I'll take you." And he took the person from that street to the next street where there is a laundry. He showed that laundry to the boy and said, "Hey, take care of them. Clean their dresses properly and return them." What he said, and then he left. It appeared so strange for our boys. Some people come to us and ask for some guidance, isn't it? If you are at the front desk, somebody comes and, "Hey, where can I get some water?" Somebody may ask you, what do you say? Go across the line and then drink the water there. Do you go and show them the water place? Do you bring a glass of water and give them? No. If somebody says, "Hey, can I get a small cup of milk?" What do you say? Go straight, turn right, there's a kitchen, ask somebody there. Just you simply show them and your job is over, you think. But that boy from the shop came all the way, accompanied him all the way, took him to the laundry, entrusted him to the laundry person and said, "Take care, clean properly and return them." And then he left to his shop. Our boy found it is something strange. It was a new experience to him. And next day morning, while we were leaving Ludhiana, our boy called that shopkeeper. And they brought him to us and said, "Swamiji, this is the guy who yesterday took me to the laundry, leaving his own shop, and helped me." Then I asked the shopkeeper, "Thank you, boy. You did an incredible job, but that's fine. But you would have said, no, go into the next street, there is a laundry. Why did you accompany him all the way? You took a lot of pain?" I asked him. You know what did he say? "Swamiji, this is a new state for you. When you come to our state, you should not feel I am somewhere else. Nobody took care of me. When a guest comes to us, he is more than God to us. Maybe we are suffering from terrorism, but we are humans. We want to live like humans. And hence, anybody comes to our state, when he returns from our state, he should not think at all any bad thing about our state. Not about our shop, about our state. Whenever they go, anywhere, they need to remember our services. They need to speak good about us, not bad about us. That is the reason, after all, this is a small service I can do. So I did it. Then I asked him, suppose you left your shop, everything is open, and people, new people, old people may be moving here and there. If somebody picks up something from your shop and go, then what do? He said, "Swamiji, unrighteous practices are not there in our state." See how confident he was. And he said, no, nothing will happen to my shop because I am in a good service. Nothing will happen to me. Even something at all happens, okay, I don't care. I did my job. I extended my part of service. That is a kind of satisfaction I have. It is an eye-opener to us. It was a very, very strong lesson to us how you need to take care of people when they come to your place. Yes? When they come to your place where you are, either a volunteer or a host or somebody, whenever people came to your return from your place, they should not think anything bad of us. They should always remember our services. And they should remember good of what the services we do. This is what I learned from that person, a small shopkeeper. Understand? And since then, we used to take care of people with a little interest. I don't say that we are doing, 100%, always good. Good in sense, whatever they need in total. But we are trying to find out the real needs of the people and started providing the things to people who ever come to us with regard to any kind of facility, any kind of service, right from their washing hands or drinking water or taking some kind of food, or even when the volunteers come to us for kind of service, like I think probably you may be knowing, we conducted the Sahasrabdi Mahotsavam of Ramanuja's centenary millennium celebrations. Do you remember? Did you hear that? Did you see that? Even then, in providing the things to the volunteers, whoever are coming, we tried our best in doing so. Volunteers who were there here in front desk, they're also doing good job here like that. See, that service did in 1989. How many years before? Yeah, 3 decades before, but still we didn't forget them. Even today, wherever just we go, it always reminds me how they were. This is what we expect from any VD Seva volunteer. Will it be all right? Can we expect such kind of things from volunteers? Huh? Is it good to have such a kind of thing? And what is needed and what not? To identify that, we make a foundation in our Prajna. Purpose of Prajna is not only just to learn some slokas. Many people even today talk about Prajna, that it is a sloka learning class. Yes? I think Prajna teachers may be knowing that. They think it is Prajna is a sloka learning class. What happens? If it is a sloka learning class, most of the parents expect that their child should know some slokas so that when they go back home to India, they can mesmerize their parents. And my child also chants many slokas. And then they ask, hey, chant couple of slokas, and then he chants, Karagreva Sate Lakshmi Karamanje Saraswati. Abba! Oh, my grandchild, how beautiful you're chanting. And after that, they leave it. Huh? They go for the first module, and they go for the second module. There they say, bye-bye. But is it the purpose of Prajna just to learn a couple of slokas and, make parents happy? How many of you have seen the Avadhanam yesterday evening? Right? Is it a good stuff? Is it something what we also can own? Skill, something we can own. Once we own that, it will be there forever. Skill is something like preparing a cup. A cup. When you prepare a cup, you can use it for multiple purposes. You can fill up milk and drink it. Water, drink it. Alcohol also, you can drink it, But cup is the basic need. And if you have the cup perfect, and you can use it for any kind of purpose. You can use it for good purpose, and you can use it otherwise also. But Prajna is basically something that makes the cups ready. And VT is an avenue how we can use our talent, our ability, our knowledge. I've seen many children, probably some youth also. Whenever we ask, they say, I don't know. I don't know. The common answer we see from children and from youth also, that I don't know. But what we expect from any child or any youth is, anybody asks, the person should not say, I don't know. Ask anything, you should be able to do it. Hey, do you know swimming? You should say yes. Do you drive the car? You should say yes. Can you drive a motorbike? You should say yes. Can you do painting? You should say yes. Can you sing? You should say yeah. And can you dance? Then you should be ready with the posture. So, anything asked, you should not say no. We always feel insulted to say no. Why should we say no to anything? Let anybody ask anything. You should be able to say yes, and you should be able to show that also. We always mention an incident that we have gone through. I told several times, and probably here also I might have, just discussed about it. Once, it was in 1972. 1972. We were in Hyderabad. We just went to Hyderabad. The first time we went to Hyderabad from Jeeyar. And then the neighbor was a professor in Usmania University. And then one Sunday morning, that professor asked us, Chari, do you come with me? I asked, where? I'm going to university. Are you interested in joining me? University. University means great thing. In those days, we don't know university because it's very, very small. We don't know anything university. So when she said university, I said, university? I was very much thrilled to see university. See, somebody asks you, hey, I'm going to moon. Are you ready? What do you say? Wow. Before they start, we jump into the moon. And that's how we thought, university, okay? And then she took us to the university, Usmania University. She went to a Russian professor. And that Russian professor, when we went there, actually, we are not a student there. They are all students. They were learning Russian language. So as they are going, she took us also. But immediately after going, the professor gave us a nice glass full of lemon juice. Nice lemon juice from refrigerator. In those days, we don't know refrigerator also. We don't have refrigerators. So she gave lemon juice from refrigerator. I thought, Russian class is so cool. And we felt so happy. And that day she taught us a few words, and also for half an hour some words, and another half an hour a couple of songs. I didn't understand anything because I was just sitting just behind and just observing. Next week, that is only on Sundays. Next Sunday also the professor asked us, Chari, are you interested? I said, yes, madam. I'm ready. What for? For a glass of lemon juice. And then we went, and then she took a class for 1.5 hours. So, and next week also we went, we were able to attend only 2-3 classes, that's all. And because she was teaching the lesson and also the alphabets, she gave a piece of paper also on which the songs were written, typed. We carried that paper with us. After that, we couldn't go. Stopped classes because we're not paying, no? So there's no obligation. So and we stopped, and that's over. It was in which year? 1972. After that, we totally just forgot. It was next in 1993. 1993. After how many years? 21 years. In Visakhapatnam, they constructed a steel city. Do you know that? Anybody have idea about it? What is the name of it? Vizag Steel Plant. It's a very big stuff in thousands of acres. And there they constructed one Venkateshwara temple also. And by the time also we appeared in this dress. And then they invited us to consecrate the temple. And we were there in the temple. Every day, we used to just speak with people, morning, evening. Many people used to come, just enjoy the pujas and stuff, as we did the pujas the other day, right, in the evening, day before. Like that we used to do the pujas, every day, and give a few discourses. People used to enjoy, some people used to laugh, some people used to sing, so many things were happening. In that factory, more than 60% people are Russians. More than 60% were Russians, all the people who are working there. They used to come and see. They don't know anything about God. They don't know anything about temples. They were coming and just watching. People are so happy and singing things, stuff like that. So on the third day, I suppose, or fourth day, they came to us and said, Swamiji, can you address us? They asked, I? Yes, Swamiji. We have our community meeting and we want you to address us. I said, I don't know Russian. Nor I don't know English. So how can I do it? No problem, Swamiji. And if you speak in English, there is a Dubasi, and who will translate it for us? So it's okay. A day after or just next day, we have to go and speak with them. Right? The whole night, no sleep. Because we have to speak in English, and we don't know much English also. And Dr. Parameshwara was there. And we asked him to come all through the night to sit with me. I speak in Telugu, you write in English, and then I have to read it twice and thrice, and I have to prepare. Because a discourse, right? A discourse. We spent up to almost 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. No sleep. 6 papers we prepared, 6 sheets, and we kept ready. Afternoon, they have meeting at 5 o'clock, it seems. So they asked us to come there at 4 o'clock. Swamiji, you speak from 4 to 4:40, something like that. Later we will have our own programs. Okay, I said. And then we went exactly at 5 minutes to 4 o'clock. We went there, Appalachya Swami came, Venkatacharya Garu came, and Ramachandracharya Garu came, and a few others also are there. We, almost 10 people, just entered the hall, a big hall like this. There are all chairs. All are empty. Nobody was there in the hall. To whom should we speak? There is only 2 people, one to organize the chairs and one to put the mic. But having invited, we have to go there and we should do something, right? So then, we went there and we took the mic. We thought for a while, how do we entertain these guys? We learned Russian songs, I said. How many years before? 21 years before. I tried to recollect those songs. Can I sing something here for these guys? Because a Russian song, right, what I learned. And I was able to recollect one small piece of song. Ya lublю, Savior, stoshemo pasni vinyenova. Ya lublю, Savior, ya lublю, Savior, snova, snova. Took the mic and started singing. Believe 50% of the hall was filled. People are there all around, but nobody is there in the hall. The meaning of the song is, what I learned, Ya lublu chevya reasoning. Hey life, I love you. This is the meaning. Ya lublu chevya snova is snova. Again and again, I love you whole life. That's all I was able to remember. I was able to recollect rest of the stuff, because by the time Avadhanam process was not there with us. So I was not able to retain that song. But my purpose is served. What is the purpose? Bringing the people into the hall. 50% of the people came into the hall. But how to fill up the rest of the 50%? And I was not able to recollect any more of that song. I kept it aside. Another song I learned. I started singing that. There need not be any order, right? When nothing is known to us, any order is order. And then I started singing Sol Nichni Kru, Nya Bava Kru, Etari Sunak Malchishki, Toing, Toing. That's music. Nari Saval, O Naliske, Ipat Pisa Lugalke. And then chorus starts. Pusigda Buyet Sanse, Pusigda Buyet Nyava, Pusigda Buyet Mama, Pusigda Buduya. Song goes like that. I was able to recollect to that extent. But believe me, the hall was totally filled up, thronged by the people. Not only that, they all stood and they all started, dancing and singing along with me. Pusigda Buyet Sanse, Pusigda Buyet. They started singing along with me and dancing. But anyway, my purpose is over. Hall is filled. And here also it is empty. Because I don't know the song. Totally. Then we started, because I, just like full pregnant, we have 6 papers in the hand to speak with them. And then I just read a couple of sentences, and the other guy started translating those 2 sentences. And again, I was reading another 2 sentences, and he was translating them. But after 4 sentences are over, somebody stood from the audience and said, "Hey, you sit down. Swamiji, you speak." Yeah. We spoke for 40 minutes. We kept the papers aside because no translator, no. If there is a translator, then we need an order. They don't know anyway English. And we don't speak Russian also. We spoke for 40 minutes with no translation. They heard for 40 minutes a pin drop silence. And finishing that, all they came with books and pens in their hands, Swamiji signature. Why did I say this story to you now? I think Venuji is here. His grandfather I am talking, Appalacharya Swami. He was then with us. And then we were as a team, we went there. And Appalacharya Swami was so surprised. Swamiji, you know Russian songs also? And I asked him, when did you learn all this stuff? I didn't learn. It was just so casual. Only 3 classes. Chance came. And it is of no use to me because I am not qualified to enter even the university. And they won't be able to teach us also. Just some lady took us and we went, and that's how things came to us. How many years after? 21 years later. What I understood then, anything comes to you to learn, whether you understand that it is useful or not useful, but when it is a new stuff, you get a chance to learn. Don't say, I don't need it. Don't say, oh, this is not for me. Don't say that it's a waste of. Anything comes for use one day. But remember, when the day comes, you won't be able to learn it. If you learn it when it comes to you and keep it with you, then you can make use of that. During 2016, I suppose, we went to Moscow. We went to Russia. And we were there just for 4 or 5 days. We stayed there. There also, we sing these songs only. And all they were shocked. They were awestruck. '93 to 26. Yeah, 16. Yeah, 16 plus 7. Yes, another 23 years later. When we've been to Moscow, some of our friends are there, and we went to Moscow, and they organized some meetings, and in those meetings, just we started singing these songs. Oh, they were started jumping and just dancing. And they said, Swamiji, now you didn't give time to us. Next time, we'll organize, somewhere in our embassy. Our embassy or something like that, the place. Point here is, anything new, when comes a chance, learn it. Learn it. May be useful or may not be useful then. But if you keep it somewhere in this hard disk, in some corner of your hard disk, definitely you will be able to use it when a time comes. This is what I experienced. I learned it. So my friends, to all of you, I suggest, maybe it is Prajna, maybe it is Vishnu Sahasranama, maybe it is Bhagavad Gita, or maybe it is Sundarakanda, or maybe it is something else. Don't say, why should I learn this? I don't need this. Don't say that. Learn it. A day when you are using and people are appreciating, then you understand the power of that, the benefit of that. We came to America in 1994 first. And of course, from then on, every year we used to come to America, mostly. Whenever we came, beginning 2-3 years, we visited all public places. I think probably we are only the one visited many, many areas, like we went to Disneyland, we went to Wonderland, we went to SeaWorld, we went to Universal Studio, we went to MGM, and we went to Epcot Center, and we went to Parrot Jungle, NASA, almost all the places we visited. Not for fun. We never go anywhere for fun, just for entertainment also. Wherever we go, we try to learn something from that place. All the places we visited only to learn. not just to spend with fun and entertainment and enjoyment. Whatever we learned like that, we are trying to put a few of them in our Statue of Equality project. That is why we used to go there, always. We went to some medical institutions. We went to some other research places where they make nutrients and stuff like that. We went to places where they research on leaves, how to preserve them with their inner contents. All these things we go only to learn. But Swamiji, you are a sannyasi. What do you do with all this kind of stuff? I don't know. But whenever time comes, I will be able to use them. I'll tell you one thing. The first experience, we came here during 94, what I said, right? During the 94, after we returned from US, we conducted one big yagam in Tirumala Hills. 94. Whatever we have seen here, that's what we duplicated there. The result, everybody appreciated. The first thing what I created was, around the Yagasala, we constructed toilets. There was a big place where there are 1,024 kundas. Around that, 17 pockets of toilets and urinals were created. Everybody was criticizing us. Swamiji, you are spoiling the atmosphere of the Yagasala by creating all these toilets and stuff, you know. On third day, the smell, we won't be able to bear with it. The whole thing will be spoiled and you did something wrong, this and that. Of course, in spite of that, some hair is still here. They scolded like anything, many people. Volunteers only worked there. Lady volunteers took responsibility of that in maintaining them. No single place where there is smell. During the night, it used to rain. And next day morning, the whole thing was clean. Morning, people used to visit, almost 100,000 people every day used to and take food. Volunteers used to clean the entire area after 10:30 in the night and assemble at 11:30. Take instructions for next day and go back to their beds for retirement. And next day they used to do. The result, I'll tell you, the executive officer of the temple, TTD, he was going on train, it seems, after the yagam was over, from Tirupati to Hyderabad. We went to Karnataka. We went to Davanagere. And then after 15 days, again we both met, in Tirumala. And then the executive officer was telling, Swamiji, yagam was so beautiful. When I was going by train, there are some people sitting next to me. They don't know that I am the executive officer of the TTD. And they were talking to us. What a beautiful yagam. What a beautiful maintenance. Though there are toilets, no small area where there is foul smell, and how neat they maintained. When I heard those comments, my chest was widened 3 inches. So friends, what I'd like to tell you, be a good volunteer. Be a good pregnant. Learn things. Practice them. This is a place where you can learn, where you can practice, And as a result of that, you can get a presidential award too. And after learning, when you give a demonstration like what the guys did in the evening yesterday, what a kind of sharpness. My God. It was mesmerizing exercise, isn't it? Avadhanam. This is the ability that we are able to do, we are able to gain. I am very, very happy that wonderful children learning things from Prajna and wonderful youth extending great services here, and we expect that the horizon of these services will be widened. We are in a society which needs so many things, and our responsibility is to identify those areas where service is needed. As a team, let's make a difference. We know during the Harvey time how our VD Seva volunteers from ALT extended beautiful services in supplying the food to many people. That's what I heard because I couldn't come during the time. I felt like just flying immediately to Houston. But they said, no flights. You can't go there. And even you go there, you won't be able to come back. I heard so many things, wonderful services that you people did during that time. And how volunteers later extended their services in cleaning the homes and stuff like that. So we offer Mangala Sasanams to all of you for doing such a great service and also learning great things. God bless you all. And our blessings and Mangala Sasanams to all the teachers and all the guides who are taking care of the children and also the youth in putting them in great service. But one thing is in our mind. Every year, some volunteers from VD Seva are touring India on internship. Since, I think, probably 7-8 years. Many children came from different parts, but I never see any child coming, any youth coming from Houston so far. Huh? Who came? Who came to India? Oh, you are from here. Yeah, I saw this guy. And you too. Oh, your hair is covering a lot of your face. That's great. Nice. Wonderful thing. God bless you. But what we expect is, every year, more or less 15 students are being taken in one batch. This year, 2 batches have gone there. The first batch was headed by Krishnakantaji, and they stayed there for all the time, and they had wonderful experiences that we have seen very recently. We met with all of them. And also after returning, they made a few videos. One on blind children and one on tribal children. They made 2 videos also, each for 5 or 8 minutes. You can go to the website and find them out. So beautifully made. Mr. Teja is the one who made those things. Second batch also was selected and went there, but they could not spend much time because of heavy rains in and around, the states. What we expect is many children, many youngsters, many youth should be formed and visit those places and make your first-hand experiences on videos or in your blogs, and then let many people know about you. Because when you give your experience on some event, I think it is good that people will be able to understand them and also you. So I think here Alok is doing something on the name of VD Seva. So we are so happy. Okay. So before our Hanuman comes here, what is Hanuman? Statue of Union. And before he comes, let us form wider teams, big groups, make teams, more teams in many, many areas, and then prepare them as volunteers. Right? And volunteers must be seen everywhere for every activity to give facilities to people and also to tell them what they need to understand. We are going to have the Statue of Union of Hanuman, and around him there will be a theme park, and where you also should be there in explaining the themes to the people who ever visit that. Will it be okay? And what a kind of theme park it would be, and what will be there, that what we can do really to the devotees coming there, all those things will be explained to you just in course of time. Okay? But are you ready for that? How many of you? That's great. We are always just remembering the grace of God, Lord Ramachandra, on all of us in giving us a little service so that we also will be recognized by his devotees. God bless you. And we'll go with the next event. Jai Shrimanarayana.
Jai Srinath. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for your message and blessings. Moving on, next we have the Prajna teachers interaction. We'll start on the right-hand side, and the mic will be passed on to you. If you are a Prajna teacher, say your name, the center you belong to, how many years you have been associated with the Prajna program, and any question or clarification you have to seek from our Swamiji. We'll start from that side and come on to this side by row wise.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayana Swamiji. Audience name is Rajalakshmi, and I'm with KT Prajna. I have been volunteering from 2016, and I had the opportunity to teach for various modules, starting from module 2 all the way through LMIG 1. Thank you. Jai Srimanarayana.
Your chance to ask a question to Swamiji also. You're missing it.
I think Swamiji has already guided us for the next year with all his experiences, and we'll take Puja Swamiji's message and we'll try to implement in our Prajna classes. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Jai Srimanarayana.
Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayana. My name is Sai Lakshmi Swamiji. I have been introduced to Prajna as a Kuchipudi dance teacher. I have taught for almost 5 years, and due to my health reasons I had to stop. But I couldn't stop from Prajna. I wanted to come back, and with blessings of Acharya and also Sriman Narayana, I was able to go back to Prajna and I teach bhajans to Shishu module, basic and advanced modules. I'm very blessed to be part of this, Swamiji. And we wish to see you back again soon, every year, Swamiji. Jai Shri Narayana.
Jai Shri Narayana. My name is Jai Shri Bandhu. I volunteered Prajna in Cyprus area for 2 years in 2014 and 15. Later on, I moved to KT, and from 2017, I was part of KT Prajna, and 2 years I stopped, and again last year I resumed to volunteer, and I taught to module 1 advanced and module 2, and last year I started for Sishu module. Thank you. Jai Shri Narayana.
Jai Shri Narayana Swamiji. My name is Rohini Achanta. I have been associated as a parent since 2016 and as a volunteer since 2018. I started teaching Module 2, Module 5, slokas and bhajans, and now I'm teaching life management.
Jai Sriman Narayana Swamiji, Om Asmat Guru Bhyo Namaha. My name is Prasanna. I have been associated with Prajna since 2014 as a parent, and I volunteered from 2016 as a Shishu module teacher, and I'm still the Shishu module teacher. I love to be teaching that session. I see many of my students here, and they have been moving to the next module, and they always come to me, even if they are in module 1, module 2, module 3, they daily come to me and give a hug. So that's the best module I feel. Jai Shri Narayana.
Jai Shri Narayana Swamiji. My name is Sudha Sambaraj. I've joined as a parent volunteer in 2015, and since 2016 I've been associated with Prajna. I've largely taught Telugu initially, and then I moved on to be a Prajna teacher. So I've been teaching Module 3 and Module 4. Jai Shri Narayana.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Shri Narayana Swamiji. My name is Bindu Panapalli. I have started as a Prajna parent almost 10 years back, and started as Prajna teacher for Module 2 for about 8 years now. Prajna and Ashtalakshmi temple has become a second family for us. And wherever we go, we always come back to the temple and to Prajna. And VT Seva has laid a great foundation for our kids. Thank you so much for everything.
Jai Shri Narayana Swamiji, Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. I've been associated with Prajna as a parent from 2014, and I've been teaching Module 1 Advanced from the past 4 years. Thank you.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Swamiji. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Swamiji, I was a substitute teacher in Prajna. I am very blessed. I go to every class in KT Center, and I understand all the modules, how the teachers are teaching, and the youth volunteers, how they are helping to each and every kid. And I am very blessed to be continuing as a permanent teacher for this year. Jai Shri Narayana.
Jai Shri Narayana Swamiji. Myself, Ratnakar Modakriti. I've been associated with Prajna over a decade now. I learned a lot here with many of the teachers here I see as a parent. And then I thought that, okay, let me move on from a volunteer to as a teacher volunteer. Been as a teacher for almost now, I think, 3 years. And I feel blessed that, okay, I'm learning with every kid which I'm teaching, because I have a passion of learning as well as teaching. Thank you.
Jai Srimanara Swamiji. My name is Fanindra Kondapi, And I started as a volunteer since 2004 with art. And then when we started the KT Prajna, so I started as a volunteering Telugu teachings for the last 10 years. And when we started, it was just only one class. But now we have 4 classes in Telugu with 7 teachers, 4 regular teachers and 3 backup teachers. So it is a great privilege, and we are expanding, and we are continuing to serve the society. Thank you.
Jai Shriman Dasam Swamiji. I'm Vijay Srinarsama in KT Prajna, mostly with story modules, various modules. Jai Shriman.
Jai Shriman Swamiji. My name is Jyoti Nanduri. I've been involved in Prajna as a parent for past over a decade. And from last year, I started teaching yoga in Astalakshmi Temple. Jai Shriman.
Jai Shriman Narayana Swamiji. My name is Radha, and I'm associated with Prajna as Module 3 teacher in Houston from past 4 or 5 years. Thank you.
Jai Shri Manarayana Swamiji. My name is Lavanya Mugundan, and we have been associated with the temple from last 16 years. And I have been teaching Prajna from last 7 years. And it's always, I'm teaching Module 2 story, and it always inspires me. Every year, I really enjoy teaching that stories. Thank you, Swamiji.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Swamiji. My name is Ramachandar Tokala. So 2016 and 17, I taught Module 1 Swami. Then I moved to Houston. I got an opportunity to teach from since last year Swami. So I'm teaching Module 3 story Swami. Jai Shri Manare.
Jai Shri Manarayan Swamiji. My name is Srividya Kari. I have been associated with Prajna from last 10 years. We started teaching in 2014. I started teaching bhajans initially, and then I moved on to slokas. Now, currently I'm teaching Module 1 slokas. And thank you so much for the opportunity for being part of Prajna. Thank you, Jai Shri Manarayana.
Jai Shri Manarayana Swami Dasaham, Venugopal Kari. I've been a Prajna teacher for 9 years. Started teaching Haigreva Stotram for Module 3. And now I am learning life management in Gita. I don't know how much I'm teaching kids, but I've learned a lot from life management in Gita. Thank you for all the contents, Swami.
Jai Shri Manarayana Swamiji. My name is Deepthi. My name is Deepthi. I recently started to be as a substitute teacher for SISU module last year, and we have been associated with Prajna as a parent since 2017. Thank you, Swamiji.
Jai Shri Manarayana Swamiji. From KT Prajna, we started 2013 along with Shailaja Garu, and with help of Pavan Garu and Renu Garu, we started KT Prajna in 2013. From there, I'm been associated with it, and Shailaja Garu is guiding us. And with her strong leadership, I'm been there last 10 years, and I'm still with KT Prajna, and I teach SISU module, and then Module 1 and Module 2.
Jai Shri Manarayana. Salutation to humble pranamams to lotus feet of our Acharya, Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Really, I am blessed and honored and privileged to be part of Prajna ever since the temple is in the trailer. Actually, we were introduced by none other than Chari Garu and Renu Garu, and Hanuman Swami Garu is the first teacher. That time, I think our children is the couple of people, I think some of them are here. In the trailer, they don't have any syllabus, any curriculum, purely learned by the Gantu weather. They still remember. Our daughter is right now 26 years, almost. She is in the residency first year in UT Southwestern. Why I'm saying right now, Prajna and VT Seva is part of our family, and we made really lovely, wonderful relationship. Blessed to be part of awesome organization. The ripple effect, what Swamiji said, we can really experience it. I don't want to take much time, but they see the, like what Swamiji said, 24-hour activities. Now, while they're serving as a OB-GYN resident physician, she's saying every day I'm serving the faith in God is really, now I can literally feel it. And while I am serving as a service through me, as an instrument, whatever activities we are doing as a service to the lotus feet of Lord, that type of a difference, it really bringing best in each and every person. I learned a lot through the process. I learned with the children. I'm a sloka and story teacher. Has been a student actually. Before a teacher, I am still a student. So yeah, Swamiji, I agree with everything. We follow everything. Welcome to the Prajna and VT Seva team. Jai Srimanarayan Adiyan Dasohalu. My second child, I think, Anish, he's a alumni. I can see many of the friends, how the children are growing. I can see all the Prajna kids are like a growing and making difference, not only with the VT Seva organization, other organizations. So, Jai Srimanarayan.
Jai Srimanarayan. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. With Swamiji permission, I would like to share a few words. When we started 2013 with the Renu Garu, Hanuman Swami Garu, Yugandhar Swami Garu, and Shardama Garu training with Swamiji blessings, we started with the 4 teachers with the 40 kids. Second year, third year to 120, then 150 for straight 8 years. With the 4 teachers, I was able to motivate to 26 teachers, along with the Telugu teachers, dance teachers, yoga teachers, adult yoga teacher. All these teachers are here, they are still, and we have a lot of youth volunteers. We started with one day I have to leave to talk to somebody for the Vishnu Sahasranama. Then one of my Rajalakshmi, our daughter, she took over the class. Then she motivated a lot of other youth volunteers to go on. Thank you, Swamiji, for giving me opportunity. Jai Srimanarayan.
Jai Srimanarayan Swamiji. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. I'm Lata Swamiji. I'm Lata. I've started in Prajna since 6 to 7 years now. I started with Module 1, Module 3, and now the life management in Gita. We learn a lot in this life management lesson. Thanks for blessing us with Prajna, Swamiji.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Swamiji. My name is Deepti, and I am associated to Prajna from past 5 years as a parent. And I learned so much along with my son. And I got the opportunity to be a teacher last year, and I teach Module 2. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha.
Jai Srimanarayan. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. My name is Praveen Sirivolu Ramanujadasa. I associated with Prajna from 2010, Swamiji. After that, as a parent, as a teacher, I taught Module 1 Advanced for many years. And then I moved on to being a ALT Prajna coordinator for many years. Last year, I was teaching LMIG substitute teacher. As Venuji said, it's a really wonderful course. I learned a lot from it. Thank you for that, Swamiji. It's been a wonderful journey.
Jai Srimanarayan Swami, Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Finally, Kulasekar Sri Bhashyam, part of the KT Prajna group, currently teaching life management. One more, Swamiji. We would like all our youth volunteer teachers to stand up wherever you are to show us our collective strength as the next generation of the teachers to come. Wherever you are, please stand up.
Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayan. So this is Pavan Ramanujadasa. So I have been associated with Prajna from 2008 with both my boys graduating from the Prajna. I have served as a Prajna coordinator for almost like 8 years and co-coordinated or worked together with the KT team as that organization was being formed at the time. So I also served with Acharya's Blessings, the Prajna Steering Committee, and also Prajna for Me website also as well with Acharya's Anugraham. And thanks so much for Renuji for encouraging always. And my wife Sharmila also has been serving as a teacher for a long time, almost like we've been with Prajna. This is our 13th year, if I can recollect. Jai Srimanarayan.
These are all our upcoming teachers again. The kids like them more than the original teachers. Mentors. Facilitators is your new name. You're no longer youth volunteers, you're facilitators. Moving on, volunteers, students, and teachers will be recognized today for their service throughout the last few years. It is made even more special this year as they will be receiving these awards from our beloved Swamiji. Now we would like to call on the recipients of the awards to receive your certificates from Puja Swamiji. As the volunteers guide you, please follow their directions and come and receive your award. Please come over here, you'll be taken a picture, and you all will exit this side of the house. Jai Sriman Narayana. Riya Jagan. Prasanna Parankusam. Jayani Vaishnava. Shravan Pandari. Tarini Akula. Srikari Akula. Shravan Pandari. Harshita Shantilal. Sravani Poluri. Sri Samhita Ponnapalli. Himabindu Ponnapalli. Veeraj Sirivolu. Vedant Sirivolu. Arya Yadagiri. Ayush Yadagiri. Radha Tamiresa. Hari Hosur. Nitya Hosur. Aditya Mantena. Akshaya Mantena. Satya Datla. Vishal Poreddy. Abhiram Kandala. ఆముక్త మాల్యాద పంచాంగం, శ్రీదేవి ఘంటం, వర్షిణి వకుళాభరణం, బిల్వ నిలై వకుళాభరణం,
రాహుల్ నందూరి, రంగమన్నార్ తమరిస, రంగనాథ్ ఖండాల, దేవ్ శశాంక్ ముకుందన్, లావణ్య ముకుందన్, రాధా చిల్కూర్, ఐషాని గర్గపాటి, జ్యోతి నందూరి, రామచందర్ తోకాల, కూరేష్ చక్రవర్తుల, నితిన్ అచ్యుత, పవన్ అచ్యుత, శ్రీవిద్యా కరి, వేణు కరి, రాజ్యలక్ష్మి తూపూరి, శ్రీనిత్య తిరుమల, రాధా చిల్కూర్, అపర్ణ తమరిస, పద్మజ వసంత, రోహిణి పెనుమూడి, కులశేఖర్ శ్రీభాష్యం, Bhavana Vaishnava. Shweta Sirivolu. Jai Sri Narayana, as you all know, we have Prajna National Championships conducted every year, in which participants from all over the United States compete. We are very happy to announce that one of our Module 2 student, Karthik Sai Adagarla, he came first at the national level championship. We invite him and ask him to take blessings from Swamiji. Thank you. Okay. Jai Shri Narayana, that concludes award ceremony. Thank you.
We have several Prajna alumni here who have been already in the colleges. If you're part of that alumni group or you have served as a Prajna teaching assistant, because you are the people that we're trying to onboard as a continuing the teaching for Prajna, right? If you are part of that group, can you please stand up? If you are either a Prajna alumni who either graduated from the Prajna or moved into college, or you served as a Prajna teaching assistant at one point or the other, please stand up. Please come forward in a line. You all can come forward. Please stand here. So compared to any other award, right, you got the best award, which is a picture with Swamiji. And while they are taking a picture, the introductions happen to only for the current Prajna teachers actively serving. I also noticed several past Prajna coordinators and teachers from Ashtalakshmi Temple and KT centers. If you are one of them, we request you to please stand up. Don't hesitate again. This is all you are showing to Acharya, right? So you served. I have seen several of you. Don't be shy in this case. Satyaji, Vaishaliji, I'm going to call your names. Please stand up. Deepti, Deepa garu. So the people that are standing there, Swamiji, they are the people that served in the recent years either as a Prajna teacher or coordinator, but temporarily taking break. So we want them to continue, come back. Yeah, and one more last thing from our end here. So you have seen lots of national team come here from the Prajna teachers and the coordinators. If you are one of them, give a big round of applause and please stand up, one of you please. Thank you. I have seen several of them, at least 20 of them. Maybe they all left now, I don't know. But I have seen several people earlier. So thank you so much. Jai Sri Narayana.
Also, if you are an office bearer of VT Seva or Prajna, either KT or Ashtalakshmi Temple, there's a youth office bearers and adults. I'm going to quickly read out your names. Just please rise so we can all see you and applaud. Aishani Gargapati, Ranit Pulemla, Dev Shashank Mugundan, Shreyas Bharat, Suniti, Jaini, Abhiram, Kandala. Youth office bearers. Aparna Tamirisa, Prasanna Vaishnava, Dharam Vaishnava, Radha Bharat, and in absentia, Krishna Chokarapu and Manju Chokarapu. If you're watching live, please rise. Kulasekhar ji, Padmaja ji, Rajalakshmi ji, Rohini ji, Sweta ji, Rohini ji for KT VT Seva, and for Prajna, Ashtalakshmi Temple, Swetaji and Venuji.
All the teachers, if you can step forward for a picture with Swamiji. I take the first position, then you all can take the next position.
Shailaja ji from KTVT Seva. I think I have missed. VT Seva Youth Group, Youth Board, VT Seva Youth Board. Come up for a picture, please, real quick.
What is this picture of? Can I say Katie, youth musician and Katie Alok or what?
I think it's a youth, I don't know. వీటి సేవ యూత్ అన్నారు కదా వీటి సేవ యూత్ నాట్ కేటీఆర్.
Jai Shri, this is the VT Seva Houston and Katy Youth. Many of them participate in the annual Alok event enthusiastically. Jai Shri.
As this picture is being done, we know it took a village of volunteers to conduct this entire event. Hanuman is only giving us a preview. He's preparing us, so we want the same volunteer force multiplied by 10 for the real event. So please find your spot, you know where you are, you know what you can do well. I'll quickly call in the names of the volunteers, line up and take blessings from Swamiji. Abhinav Achyuta, Abhiram Sribhashyam, Anindita, if you're not a volunteer for this event, I kindly request you to clear this front area. Jai Sri Narayan. If everybody please take your seats so we can do this efficiently. This is the last event. Abhinav Achyuta, Abhiram Sribhashyam, Anindita, Anusha Bhosle, Aparajita Sataluri, Arunima Para, Avyukt Pandari, sorry. Please line up and be ready. Bhargav Para, Bharat Puchakaila, Deepti from Devotee Management, Devi Koppu, Gautam, Harsha Sirivolu, Jyoti, Kamal Pullemla, Karthik from the web team, Komali, Krishna Karthik, Kumari ji, Kumuda Bojja, Lakshmi Medi, Lasya, Lata Sangraboina, Lavanya Bandi, Lavanya Mugundan, Liv Sharan, Lokesh, Madhu Kilambi, Mahesh Bandi, Mayur, Meera Miriala would have been here, but I know she's about to take off to Bharat. Meghana Nanduri, Mugundan, Nagalakshmi ji, Neelima Gade, Abhiram Sribhasham, Niyati Pandari, Padma Medapalli, Shanmuka Garlapati, Parnika Tirunagari, Praveen Sirivolu, Premalata Gargapati, Pooja Arora, Radhika Fani, Raj Gedadi, Ranadeep Sambaraj, Renu Tamirisa, Sanvi Rangineni, Chari Tamirisa, Sivajagan, Sriram Yadagiri, Srividya Kari, Srish Gande, Sriya, Subhang, Sunita Kotta, Suniti Arora, Swati Mantena, Tarun Neelam, Udin, Vijay Jilledimudi, Vijaya Bhattar, Padmaja Vasanta, Riya Jagan. That was the last one. Jai Sri Narayana. Thank you very much. This is just a preparation. So now you know your positions. We tell more people and let's multiply this by 10 because when the big Hanuman comes, we'll need all that power. Jai Sri Narayana.
Jai Sri Narayana. I'm requesting all the existing board members to come up here so that we can have a picture with Swamiji. I'll just introduce you two at the same time. And then my request is for everybody who has been a board member here in the past, the next picture will be with Swamiji. So please be close by so that we can actually hurry this up. So if I may start, I've been blessed by Swamiji to be the president at the moment of Ashtalakshmi Temple. We are here to serve you, to serve Swamiji, and then serve the devotees of Swamiji, and be at least volunteers of the volunteers. So thank you very much for being here. If I may introduce Vice President Vijayji, then Vice President Rajanji, Treasurer Pavanji is taking pictures somewhere, I think. You're here there, sorry. Then Secretary Sriramji, Joint Secretary Rangaji. Where do we have Swetaji for Puja, Surendraji for the Tadyaradhana, and Vijayji for the facilities and everything else. So thank you very much. There has not been an occasion in the past, I think, so I would request all the previous board members to come up here as well so that we can have this. Renuji, Chariji, I'm not immediately available to name everyone, so please do come up here, Hari. Renuga, Radhe.
You don't call her Attikari? Oh, I see. Formal category.